one of the biggest changes when you start changing your lifestyle is that your poop changes a lot, and it's quite amazing in a short space of time that your poop can change so much. It was quite interesting for me when my husband also made more serious changes in his diet and in his exercise program, that he also will tell me that his poop has completely changed. Because it was quite interesting for him that I have 2 meals a day. I have an early breakfast, and then around 2 o'clock I will have 99% of the time my last meal of the day. And first thing in the morning I'm woken up and I need to go to the toilet to make a poop, and then I will have a second poop also during the day. If you have 3 meals a day but you only poop once a day, you're basically technically constipated. So for each meal you need to have a poop. But that's not something that's just going to change overnight, because your gut bacteria will change as your diet changes, and that will affect your poop. But what was interesting for me the past 2 years, when my husband also made a lot more changes, so most of the time he's eating like I'm eating now, and he says now his rhythm is exactly the same. He also needs to get up first thing in the morning very early to have a poop. And I've seen it with many of my clients that might be constipated or have been struggling with their poop over the years, that it changed dramatically when people move over to a plant-based diet and they have high volumes of fruit and vegetables, legumes and healthy whole grains, and you have enough water and you have enough exercise. Especially what I find, which is extremely helpful for digestion, is to take a digestive walk after a meal. That's not climbing a mountain, heavy steps up. It's just basically on a relatively flat area is to go for a walk for 10 minutes if you've got the time. Minimum 10 minutes. The worst thing that you can do for the digestion process is to sit after meals. Now that I'm used to it, it's so uncomfortable for me when I'm visiting with people and everyone stays seated at the table afterwards. I am very uncomfortable. So what a digestive walk is that you finish your meal, and right after your meal you get up. If you don't have then you go for a walk for 10 minutes or longer, and it's not an excessive exercise. If you're really in a situation that you can't go for a walk, then you can maybe do the dishes as long as you don't go and sit down. So a problem with a lot of people, especially people working in offices, they eat their lunch at work and they don't have time, or so they stay seated, and so you end up with digestive problems. So try and find ways to how to solve this for you. Maybe you can go out to the car park, walk 2 or 3 laps, come back into the building, and it's just to make a few times, or build it up. Start with 5 minutes, or if your offices is in a safe area, maybe you can eat your meal and you can go for a walk. You also don't want to eat while you're working. You want to sit with your food. You want to enjoy with your food. You want to eat in a relaxed state. But yes, my poop definitely changed a lot, and I also have to keep up my water intake for the day. If it for some extreme reason something happens and I'm not having my my amount of water that I'm used to, then I can also immediately feel the difference. So yes, I hope that my poop story is going to inspire you to make changes. When I look at my plate that I eat daily, at least a quarter of my plate is raw salad, raw vegetables, so it's a lot of fiber, and then I've got a quarter of my plate is some type of cooked or steamed vegetable. A quarter of my plate is some form of legume, and the other quarter is a starch. That can be something like a healthy grain or a sweet potato, and that combination really helps to bulk up the stool with all the soluble and insoluble fibers that your body needs. And when you transition to that type of diet, as I mentioned, your gut bacteria needs to change. So initially you can have uncomfortable feelings in your stomach, or you can even, some people even experience pain, and that is that when you change the foods that you eat, a change in the gut bacteria will also happen. So that can lead to discomfort, and it's so interesting for me, but within time, your gut bacteria will repopulate, the new gut bacteria will take over, and it's like a war in your stomach, in your gut. And once that's happened, all those discomfort will go away. I hope my poop story inspired you today. If you did like this video, remember to hit the like button. If you want to stay tuned to the videos that I make, remember to subscribe. And remember, take care of your health.